Venerable Sirs, friends in the Dhamma, devotees, every Saturday together here like that for our weekly meditation class conducted by the Los Angeles Buddhist Vihara Mindfulness Meditation Center, Covina, California, USA. First of all, I would like to welcome all of you with the blessings of the Triple Gem, the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. Whenever we think about the Triple Gem, our mind is so pure and calm. When we reflect on the qualities of the Supreme Buddha, our mind is so pure and calm. Whenever we think about the qualities of the Dhamma, the teachings of the Buddha, our mind is so pure and calm. And also whenever we think about the noble qualities of the noble disciples, our mind is so pure and calm and peaceful. These three things are very important. As Buddhist followers, every day we should think about these three things, and also we should contemplate on the 5 precepts that always you practice. That is very important for our inner peace. Friends in the Dhamma, whenever we listen to Buddha's message, we can see very clearly all the doctrines that the Buddha has explained can be summarized into one sentence: purifying one's mind. Sacitta Paryodapanam. That is very important. Why do we need to purify our mind? Our happiness depends on purification of our minds. Whenever our mind is wicked with negative thoughts, actually we have no inner peace, happiness. Whenever our mind is pure and calm, happiness follows us because of our pure mind. Therefore, Buddhism always encourages us to purify our mind. As the result of purification of our mind, we are able to live happily and peacefully. Happiness is the main purpose of everyone. Happiness is highly appreciated in Buddhism. Santutti Paramandanang. Happiness or contentment is the highest treasure. We do everything in the name of happiness. But unfortunately, day by day, we are going away from happiness. The reason is that, we always depend on the outside material world. We always seek happiness from the outside world and persons. When the external world changes, we are unhappy, we are suffering. In this situation, Buddha says, the ordinary people always look happiness from the outside world, but because of their misunderstanding, their lives will end with suffering. When the outside world changes, we are unhappy, we are suffering. Buddhism explains the clear path how we attain the real happiness and also how we overcome suffering from our lives. Here Buddhism says the negative thoughts that disturb our peace of mind. There are 3 unwholesome mental roots which disturb our peace of mind: Lobha, Dosa, and Moha. Greed, anger, and delusion. These are the things, these are the negative thoughts that disturb our peace of mind. Actually, these are the real enemies who disturb our peace of mind. We usually think that the enemies are in the outside world. Actually, there are no enemies in the outside world. Real enemies are inside. Who are the enemies? our negative thoughts. Buddhism always advises us to overcome these negative thoughts from our mind. This is the path of getting rid of suffering. This is the path of the real happiness. For that, Buddhism has explained 3 meritorious deeds and 3 wholesome activities. The 3 meritorious deeds are that dana, sila, and bhavana. Dana means practicing generosity. Sila means virtue or moral conduct. Bhavana means mental culture, meditation. Based on the karmic law, based on the understanding of the karmic law, we practice these 3 meritorious deeds. We know very well, whenever our mind is pure and calm, happiness follows us. If we do something with a pure mind, physically, verbally, or mentally, happiness follows us. With this understanding, with the confidence in the Buddha's message, we go forward in our spiritual life. The very first thing, we practice generosity as much as we can. We can start practicing generosity at our homes. Whenever you prepare food for your children, for your relatives at home, if you do it with a pure mind as a dana or generosity, actually that is also a meditation technique, or that is also a meritorious deed that regularly, daily you can practice. Not only that, the second one, virtue or moral conduct. As Buddhist followers, we daily practice 5 precepts. Whenever we practice 5 precepts, our mind is so pure and calm. Negative thoughts don't come to our mind. That also helps us to develop our happiness and also meditation. Little by little, we trained our mind to live in the present moment with positive thoughts. We can start it with loving kindness meditation. Loving kindness meditation is highly recommended and appreciated by the Supreme Buddha. Buddha says very clearly, he who wishes to attain the peace of mind should practice loving kindness meditation. That is very important. Loving kindness meditation or metta bhavana is very important. As a result of practicing this path, we are able to reduce negative thoughts from our mind. Especially, we overcome greed and anger. And also, little by little, we associate with the good friends. We understand the Buddha's message very clearly. We find the highest practice in Buddhism, sila, samadhi, and panya, the 3 disciplines. Sila, in this level, sila is with our vision or correct vision, understanding the Noble Eightfold Path or the dependent origination. And samadhi, with this understanding, we concentrate our mind in the present moment with some positive thoughts. And also, panya, wisdom, we reflect on impermanence, arising and ceasing of our body and mind. This is the Buddhist path. In one side, according to the karmic law, we always keep our mind pure and calm from negative thoughts such as greed and anger. And also, with the understanding of the dependent origination, we practice 3 disciplines, sila, samadhi, and panya. Here, the Buddha explains the importance of practicing anapanasati bhavana. Anapanasati bhavana, mindful breathing meditation. Breathing meditation is highly appreciated by the Supreme Buddha. One day Buddha says, when one things develop, other four things gradually develop. When those four things cultivate, other seven things gradually develop. When these seven things gradually develop, we are able to attain Vijja Vimukti, knowledge and liberation. What is the very first thing? The very first thing is that mindful meditation, breathing meditation. Keeping our attention in the present moment, we focus our mind on breathing in and out. As a result of practicing this path, we are able to concentrate our mind in the present moment, reducing negative thoughts from our minds. Buddha says, when a person practices the mindful breathing, Anapanasati Bhavana, he is able to develop fourfold mindfulnesses. Satara Satipatthana, four mindfulnesses. You know the fourfold mindfulnesses? The very first one is Kayanupassana, the contemplation of body. Vedanupassana, the contemplation of feelings. Chittanupassana, the contemplation of mind or consciousness. And finally, Dhammanupassana, the contemplation of mental formations. When we practice mindful breathing, according to what the Supreme Buddha explained, we are able to develop these four areas of mindfulness explained in Buddhist teachings. Not only that, when we cultivate these four areas of mindfulness, we are able to develop the seven enlightenment factors. Sati Sambojjhanga, Dhammavicaya Sambojjhanga, Viriya Sambojjhanga, so on. There are seven enlightenment factors that directly help us to attain enlightenment. As a result of practicing breathing meditation based on mindfulness, we are able to cultivate these seven enlightenment factors. As the result of developing these seven enlightenment factors, we can attain Vijja Vimukti, knowledge and liberation. This is a gradual path. This is a gradual way that the Buddha explained. Here, it is very important to understand the meaning of mindfulness explained in Buddhism. According to Vibhanga Sutta, the Buddha says, whenever we practice mindfulness, we should have clear understanding about the mindfulness. There, Buddha says in Vibhanga Sutta, Satipatthānaṁ o bhikkhave desissāmi Satipatthāna bhāvanāñca Satipatthāna bhāvanāgāminí patipadanca. The Buddha explains there are the three areas of mindfulness. Mindfulness meditation, and the path that leads to mindfulness meditation. Mindfulness means keeping our attention in the present moment. We contemplate our mind on the particular wholesome object based on the conventional truth. That is mindfulness. The second one, mindfulness meditation. It means we reflect on impermanence, arising and ceasing of our body and minds. We reflect on impermanence. This belongs to the Vipassana Bhavana based on ultimate truth. Here we practice Vipassana Bhavana. The third one, Buddha says, Satipatthāna Bhavana Gamini Patipada. We should cultivate mindfulness and mindfulness meditation based on the vision, which is the Noble Eightfold Path. When we practice some teachings for our liberation, everything should be concluded or summarized into the Noble Eightfold Path. Samma Ditti, Samma Sankappa, Samma Vaca, so on. You know very well the Noble Eightfold Path. We practice mindfulness as a part of the Noble Eightfold Path. Samma Sati, right mindfulness. When we practice mindfulness, we should have clear vision how suffering arises and how suffering ceases. That is the correct vision. Whenever we are ignorant, whenever we think something, if our mind depends on the material world, external world, or persons, it means we are ignorant. We can contact something in the present moment, but when we recognize it, when we understand it, the form has completely ceased. We recognize everything through our mind and mental formations. This is the vision in Buddhism before we start our spiritual path. We practice Dhamma in order to overcome suffering. If we want to overcome suffering, we should have clear understanding about this path. Therefore, whenever we concentrate our mind, we reflect on impermanence, arising and ceasing of body and mind, or Namarupa, or five aggregates, Panchaskandha, Panchupadanaskandha. Here, Buddha says, as a wise person for the liberation, we have to practice Samatha and Vipassana. Samathocha Vipassanacha. Atti bhikkhave dhamma abhiññā bhave tabba. The Buddha says, as a wise person, the highest qualities that we can practice are Samatha or concentration and Vipassana, insight meditation. Therefore, as Buddhist followers, as the persons who are seeking inner peace, we should be confident in what the Buddha explained. Buddha says, if we are wise, if we are knowledgeable persons, we should cultivate, develop Samatha and Vipassana. There are 40 meditation techniques that we can see in Buddhism for concentration. One of them is Buddhanussati. The other one is Dhammanussati, so on. There are 40 meditation techniques we can see in Buddhist teachings explained by the Buddha with compassion and wisdom. The purpose of Samatha Bhavana is to reduce 5 hindrances. We are mostly suffer because of hindrances, Nivarana, Pancha Nivarana, 5 hindrances. Sensual pleasure, ill will, sloth and torpor, restlessness and worry, skeptical doubts. These are the negativities that disturb our peace of mind. By practicing concentration meditation, using a particular wholesome object in the present moment, gradually we reduce these negative thoughts from our minds. And also, when mind gradually gains concentration, we reflect on impermanence, arising and ceasing of our body and mind, or arising and ceasing of 5 aggregates, Rupa, Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara, Vijnana. Our entire life is that these 5 aggregates, form, feelings, perception, mental formations, and consciousness. These are the things that we can see in our life. Besides these 5 things, we have nothing in our lives. every moment with conditions, these five things arise and also they immediately cease at the moment. If you are able to reflect on this reality wisely with the understanding of the teachings of the Buddha, then we can overcome the attachment of these five aggregates. Whenever we experience something through our senses, if we can understand, now I recognize something as the result of the cessation of these five aggregates. When I understand something, the form has completely ceased. I experience everything through my mind and mental formations. Those consciousness and mental formations are also impermanent. They arise and cease at the moment. This is the path of liberation, what the Supreme Buddha explained. When we practice mindfulness, we should understand these three areas of mindfulness. Mindfulness based on the conventional truth in the present moment, and mindfulness meditation based on insight meditation with the understanding of the supramundane level understanding, and also the path that leads to mindfulness meditation. We should practice everything based on the Noble Eightfold Path. Sammaditthi is the forerunner. That is first. Then we have right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. When mind gains concentration, we reflect on arising and ceasing of our body and mind, or five aggregates. Friends, in the Dhamma, at this moment, we are going to practice breathing meditation. Breathing meditation is a very peaceful meditation technique that helps us to purify our mind from negativities. Always, we have a meditation object in our life from birth to death, which is breathing in and out. If we can focus our mind on this breath, we are so fortunate. We are always in meditation. We are always in reducing negativities from our mind. And also we are always happy. That is the purpose of practicing breathing meditation. Okay, friends, in the Dhamma, first of all, we are going to practice Anapanasati Bhavana, breathing meditation based on our physical body. Then we are going to understand the feelings. Next, we understand consciousness or minds. And finally, we understand mental formations. After that, we reflect on impermanence of arising and ceasing of five aggregates. Okay, please get ready for your sitting meditation. Please be aware of your body posture that you are sitting here. Please scan your body from your head to legs and from your legs to head. Okay, close your eyes gently and keep your attention around the nose or upper lip. Please have a deep breath in. Hold a few seconds. Breathe out slowly. Again, have a deep breath in. Hold a few seconds. Breathe out slowly. Okay, keep your full attention around the nose or upper lip in the present moment. Now I feel that I am breathing in and out. Now I am aware of my very natural breathing in and out. When I breathe in, I know that I am breathing in. When I breathe out, I am aware of that I am breathing out. I am fully aware of my breathing in and out. I am keeping my attention around the nose or upper lip. Breathing in, breathing out. When I am breathing in long, I understand that. When I breathe in short, I understand that too. Breathing in, breathing out. Understanding the entire breath, I am breathing in and out. I keep my full attention in the present moment around the nose or upper lip with breathing in and out. Breathing in and out is a part of my physical body. My body is a result of the food or nutriments that I take every day. Because of food or nutriments, this body arises. As a result of this body and mind, I have breathing in and out. This breathing in and out, not a particular person, it is a process of my life. This breathing belongs to the physical body, form, Rupa Skandha, the aggregates of form. This breath always arises and ceases. This breath arises and ceases because of the food. And also, when I understand this breath, actually that understanding doesn't belong to my physical body. I contact this breath in and out, but I understand it through my mind consciousness. I reflect on this reality again and again with the awareness of breathing in and out. Furthermore, I am breathing in and out with the awareness of that. I am mindful in my very natural breathing in and out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. When I am aware of breathing in and out, I understand my feelings. Sometimes feelings are pleasant, sometimes feelings are unpleasant. But mostly, I recognize very pleasant feelings when I concentrate my mind with breathing in and out. Those feelings arise and cease at the moment. They are not permanent. They are impermanent. Every moment, feelings arise and they immediately cease at the moment. Recognizing the nature of feelings, I am breathing in and out, keeping my mind around the nose or upper lip in the present moment. These feelings arise because of contact. When contact ceases, feelings also cease at the moment. My entire life is the present moment, since the past has already ceased, future hasn't come yet. This present moment is the five aggregates. Every moment, the five aggregates: Rupa, form; Vedana, feelings; Sanya, perception; Sankhara, mental formations; and Vijnana, consciousness. Every moment, these five things arise and fall away, cease. When I understand this reality, my mind releases from the outside material world and persons. At the same time, I reflect on the impermanence of my consciousness and mental formations. They also arise and cease at the moment. Nothing is permanent. Everything is impermanent. Everything is dissatisfactory. Everything is selfless. In this understanding, I don't take anything as mine, as me, as myself. I see only thing which happens in my life is that impermanence. My mind doesn't depend on anything in the outside material world or even in my mind. Animitta. I have the Animitta Samadhi, the concentration of that doesn't belong to any object. Sunyata Samadhi, the concentration of emptiness. And Apanita Samadhi, the concentration of not taking anything as meaningful or as permanent. My mind is so pure and calm. Furthermore, I am aware of my breathing in and out in the present moment. Sabbe sankhara anicchati yada paññāya passati ata nibbindati dukkhe esa maggo visuddhya. All conditioned things are impermanent. He who sees this reality with wisdom overcomes suffering. This is the path to purity. Sabbe sankhara dukkhati yada paññāya passati ata nibbindati dukkhe esa maggo visuddhya. All conditioned things are dissatisfactory. He who sees this reality with wisdom overcomes suffering. This is the path to purity. Sabbe dhamma anattati yada paññāya passati ata nibbindati dukkhe esa maggo visuddhya. All phenomena are selfless. He who sees this reality with wisdom overcomes suffering. This is the path to purity. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Friends in the Dhamma, at this very spiritual moment, you come to the Dhamma, practicing meditation based on Ānāpānasati bhavana, mindful breathing. Breathing meditation is a very pleasant, peaceful meditation technique that the Supreme Buddha always appreciated. If we want to see the beauty of our life, actually we have to practice breathing meditation little by little. That is very important. As a result of practicing breathing meditation, we are able to realize the fourfold mindfulnesses. And also we can develop the 7 enlightenment factors too. Finally, we can gain knowledge and finally liberation. Okay, dear friends in Dhamma, for that we should try to develop our mind with breathing meditation. Whenever we practice Dhamma, the value of our life gradually develops. Even though we have a lot of material things in this world, we are not valuable persons. If we want to develop our value, we should purify our mind to the maximum level by practicing Samatha and Vipassana. Here, breathing meditation is very, very important. Okay, friends in the Dhamma, for that I wish you all the best. By the power of this spiritual energy that we accrue through this meditation session, may our departed relatives and devas also receive this merit. May they enhance their spiritual energy. May they receive better blissful lives. Finally, may they attain the supreme bliss of liberation. And also, by the power of this meditation, may all of us attain the supreme bliss of liberation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Dukkhaṃ pantāca niddukkhaṃ Bhayaṃ pantāca nidbhayaṃ Sokam pantāca nissokam Hontu sabbe pipānino. May all beings be well, happy and peaceful. May they attain the supreme bliss of liberation, Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.